I know I'm a little late to this, but I wanted to make this video because people are still talking about transgender people in bathrooms, as if this is some big, scary issue. As I make this, the American Family Association has a petition on its website, going against Target stores for their trans-inclusive bathroom policies. Because how dare a company treat its customers with respect? North Carolina is currently dealing with dueling lawsuits over their HB2. And all of that is for what? Because some people want to pee and some Christians can't handle it. Look, I'll be honest with you, even if it gets me in a little trouble here. When I first learned about gay people, that they existed, I thought it was weird. It's not something we ever talked about in my family growing up. I didn't know any gay Indian people, and I didn't really use the internet at the time, so I kind of lived in this bubble. But it wasn't long before I got to know several gay people. It's one of the things that happens when you do a lot of theater in high school and college. But I talked to them, and I listened to them, and I got to understand what they were going through. And I quickly realized that I had been making a big deal in my mind out of nothing just because I was unfamiliar with it. That seems to be what's happening now with transgender people. For a long time, they had to stay in the closet because the ramifications were so powerful against coming out. Transgender people have existed for as long as gay, lesbian, and bisexual people have, but only recently have trans issues really made it into the mainstream. And that means a lot of conservative Christians who didn't realize that transgender was even a thing have to come to terms with what that means. They think it's a big deal if a trans person shares the bathroom with them. They think it's weird if someone in grade school or high school doesn't believe his gender identity matches his genitalia. You know what though? I think most of us would easily say now that sharing a bathroom with a gay person isn't a big deal. You don't even really think about it. I never walk into a bathroom and start to wonder what everyone's sexual orientation is. I just do my business and get the hell out. And I also think most of us know that people know they're gay at a very young age. It's not like gay people suddenly turn on some switch when they become teenagers. So when I hear these arguments from certain Christians that trans people are pedophiles or perverts or confused, I know they're coming from a place of ignorance. Because in a way, I used to be there myself. They're saying the same things about trans people today that they said about gay and lesbian people yesterday, and still do today in some places. When Republican Mike Huckabee says he totally would have pretended to be a girl in high school if he knew he could shower with them, I hope everyone hears that and cringes because of how creepy Mike Huckabee is. Trans people aren't faking it to get a glimpse of something they shouldn't be seeing. Mike Huckabee is way more dangerous in a girl's bathroom than a trans woman. The truth is, trans people have been in bathrooms with you before, and you probably didn't even know it because you didn't care, and nothing bad happened. More Republican politicians have been arrested in public bathrooms than trans people. Hell, more kids have been sexually assaulted by Catholic priests than by trans people. But I don't see Christian groups fighting to prevent priests and politicians from using public bathrooms. Not only has no trans person attacked anyone in a bathroom, trans people are more at risk. They face higher rates of violence and harassment than the population at large. We don't need to be protected from them. They need to be protected from us. I strongly believe Christians did irreparable damage to their brand, if you will, by failing to answer correctly the easiest moral question of the past decade. Should gays and lesbians have equal rights? A lot of people left their churches because of how their pastors answered that question. A lot of young Christians disagreed with that message, and the religious right isn't even a factor, really, in the election this year. I really think that issue had a lot to do with it. Too many people saw through their church's lies on this matter. I sincerely hope that happens again now when it comes to transgender issues. It's very clear conservative Christians haven't learned their lesson. The same bigots are making the same mistakes as before, and I hope young people, especially young Christians, really make them pay for it this time around. My name is Hemant Mehta, and I write at friendlyatheist.com. What do you want to see a video about? Let us know in the comments below, and we'll be sure to check it out. And don't forget to subscribe.